Let's take a moment now and we're going to check out Apple CarPlay Split Screen on your Pioneer NEX in-dash receiver. Now please note that Apple CarPlay Split Screen is available on Pioneer NEX in-dash receivers that are 9-inch screens and above. So 9-inch and 10+ screens have Apple CarPlay Split Screen. So here we are on the AM/FM receiver right now. We're on the radio, and this is the Pioneer home screen. And I'm just going to touch Apple CarPlay because I've previously connected my receiver for Apple CarPlay. There's a full video on that. Check it out if you need to figure out how to connect your iPhone to the in-dash receiver for CarPlay. Now, since this is a 9 or 10-inch screen, I have Apple CarPlay Split Screen available with the latest version of iOS. So what do I do to create Apple CarPlay Split Screen? That's easy. If you see on the top left of the corner these arrows that are pointing together, simply touch them, and that creates CarPlay Split Screen. And what you really have here is about 3/4 of the screen is your normal CarPlay, and about 1/4 of the screen comes in here with functions from the Pioneer in-dash receiver. So you can see here we have the AM/FM radio functions, and super important is if your vehicle has on-screen climate controls, you can put climate controls available here as well. Now, if you don't like CarPlay Split Screen, that's easy. We can make it go away by touching the arrow buttons again, and we go back to full screen CarPlay. This video is about how to use Apple CarPlay Split Screen, so we're going to split the screen again. And if I need to get into my AM/FM radio, I can just touch that on the screen and change the radio station preset here, and touch the button to go back there. And if I touch it anywhere else, that takes me out to the AM/FM tuner. I can make any adjustments that I want here. When I'm done, I can simply go back to Apple CarPlay. Brings me right back in split screen again. This is really handy for on-screen climate controls. Now I have on-screen climate controls available right here, and you can see that the driver's seat is set at 59 degrees. I don't know, we'll make that 62 for right now. And that is set to both seats, and we can do auto on or off if we want. But if you want to get into the full controls here, just touch over here on the temperature, and that opens the full controls for climate control. It also gives you the other controls that are available for Metro Access or for iDataLink Maestro. So here we have our vehicle information, climate controls, and interface information. So we'll go back to our climate controls here. When we're done adjusting the climate controls, whatever we want to do, we'll hit the X and go back to CarPlay Split Screen. When I'm done with split screen, I'd like to see it full screen again, no problem. Touch the arrows up there and you're back to full screen. Does that work with Maps? Sure it does. Let's open Apple Maps and we can split the screen and do the things that we normally do. You want to go to any of those other things? We'll bring up different apps. You can select any of those apps that you like and do the things that you normally do. When you're done with split screen, send it back to full screen. Want to go out to the Pioneer system? Touch Pioneer NEX. Want to go back to Apple CarPlay? Touch CarPlay.